Hi, James.
Hi, Jess.
How are you today?
Great. How are you?
I'm great, Walker.
Well,
Thanks for asking.
I just wanted to know, what did you get up to today?
What did I do? I went to work after I had 1 week of annual leave, which was really refreshing, and all I did was sleep. People are like, oh, what did you do? Where did you go? I'm like, I just sat on my bed, ate, went for a shower, and then slept. I slept all day long, and that's when you know you need a break. And what am I doing tomorrow, you may ask? I have another break tomorrow, so I'll be doing the same thing, I'm guessing, or running around for my party.
So obviously your party is coming up.
On Saturday, yes.
And you're turning 30.
On Monday.
Yeah.
But.
So I just wanted to know, what sign are you?
Oh, I could be a Taurus, I could be a Capricorn. Nah, I'm a Gemini. I've got 2 split personalities.
Gemini. Wow.
I think one thing and then I think another and then I think about it again. Like I'm very back and forth and then boom.
You babble in everything, don't you?
And then all of a sudden I make a decision.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
They often say that Geminis are a bit of a scatterbrain.
I am. But then when we make a decision, that's it.
You actually know a lot about everything, don't you?
Because our minds, I think, are like 100. Well, mine is 100 miles an hour.
Well, they actually say in terms of planets that Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And Mercury, well, when I think of Mercury, I think of Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
And I think about communication, I think about singing, I think about conveying something. And then I think about Gemini and I'm like, they're pretty good at speaking and communicating and knowing.
Yeah, keep the energies up.
Yeah, quick-witted.
I'm very quick-witted, aren't I?
Yeah. So that's what I would say. You see what I did there? I introduced the topic. So we're going to be talking about planets.
Planets, the universe, it's vast. It's big.
Yeah.
It's black.
Yeah.
Boom. That's the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it.
What do you think about the Big Bang Theory? Do you believe it?
I think there's many theories in science. So, Ice Age, Big Bang, God.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, but if science is, and if there's proof that has happened.
Yeah. I think it happened.
100%. How else is it meant to happen?
Yeah. Bang.
Yeah. Dinosaurs, all of it. Like, there was something before us.
But maybe it always was.
Ooh. What do you think is going to be after us? Do you think human beings will be on planet Earth for long?
I kind of feel that maybe it's just going to be, like how colliding galaxies keeps happening. How planets would rotate and smash 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 until they merge or there was nothing left.
You either live or you don't.
Yeah.
But I think you'd die both ways.
But I kind of feel like it's just the transfer. Well, they say it's just the transfer of energy and matter. So what do I think happens? I think it's just a transform of state. And if I was to relate that back to Gemini as a personality, they kind of say as a sign, they kind of say that it has the ability to be mutable, meaning to transfer between ways.
Kind of like we have our subconscious talking to us always, kind of a thing.
Yeah. And I think you're not so, what's the word?
Close-minded?
Yes.
On a single track? Because our scatterbrain mind is thinking, what about this?
Oh,
What about that?
Yeah.
I'm always up sometime. Actually, I am up most of the time, just thinking about certain things. Not fussing, just thinking about one thing in different ways. And then I'm like, okay, that's how I'm going to proceed.
Yeah.
I do that.
What about you? Are you the type of the person when you read a menu, you
No, I know.
Oh, you know?
I know. I'm just I want that tom yum soup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I said it before we left this apartment. I'm having tom yum soup.
Oh, do you want it tonight?
Oh my God, I wouldn't mind. Oh my God, that walk was killing me.
So yeah, well, what sign do you think I am?
Now you're born in January, the 16th.
Yeah.
That would make you a Capricorn.
Yeah.
Because my mother's a Capricorn, but she was born 2 days before Christmas, so I kind of know that area.
You know it.
my mother. Maybe that's why
Yeah.
I've been able to, because
Do you
maybe
like
my
me?
north node or whatever they call it it is.
Yeah.
I did my natal, birth chart,
Natal chart, yeah.
and my something was in Capricorn.
There you
And my
go.
something was in Gemini, so I know I'm in Gemini. So what the North Node or whatever is in Capricorn, which is probably why. You know what's funny? What happens in like a previous life? Me and you were like siblings, and this
You
is why
don't
we've
say.
connected. Can you imagine?
Imagine.
Yeah, I kind of think we do act like siblings sometimes. We're
Yeah,
always
we do.
bickering and fighting.
We don't.
We bicker.
We bicker.
We
yeah.
bicker.
Don't fight.
Yeah, what about that window I smashed the other? No, I'm joking.
I would fight about that.
Yeah, I can imagine. Get out! Capricorns.
Yeah, what would you say?
Capricorn.
Oh, we're ruled by the planet of Saturn. The
Yes.
one with the rings, the one with the moons.
What did they say the ring is for, like energy-wise?
I'm actually not quite sure. That's actually a brilliant question. Maybe we should
I think it
Google
is something, and I think I've read it somewhere.
What are the rings for?
The rings are for something.
Let me-
But
let's Google it.
Capricorns for, I think,
Yeah.
what? Moody?
I would not say I'm
I don't think
but
you're moody,
people
but I
do
think
say
people
it.
do say that Capricorns are moody.
Yeah. The
Um,
rings are thought to be pieces of comets and asteroids and shattered moons that broken up before they reached the planet, torn apart by Saturn's powerful gravity. They are made by millions of small chunks of ice, rock, coated with another material such as dust. That's by NASA, guys. We gotta obviously give credits when there is credits.
So this is saying that in life, James, have you felt like you've been on a rocky ride and then you get
To
into
be
the
honest,
soft and
yes.
gooey stuff?
I really think that Capricorns have it tougher than any other
I think they
sign.
do.
And I really think it creates them. And I also think that a lot of what life brings later in life is a softness, where we've actually been through hard times, and then that's what's made us.
That's why you're not snappy, but they say like my mum sometimes is snappy. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then she snaps out of it. But with age, she has improved.
Yeah. What's the word? Soft and gooey.
Ooh, so
Yeah,
chewy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like deep down though, Capricorns are all very
Soft.
even though they appear like they're very
gonna kill
serious and moody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But
all
no.
about the business.
But
Let's film the podcast. No, James has never said that.
I would say yeah, and also they say that Saturn is the father of the planets, and he has a hardness to him, not a.
So I'm like, so the Gemini is kind of like the meteor just going around you, just
talking.
yeah, just going
Having a
around.
good
Should I
time.
bash into him? No, I won't bash into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's pretty cool though about the rings.
Yeah. I always thought they represented something.
Yeah. It's actually quite cool. Like,
What's
you
my
know,
planet?
looking in a telescope, Mercury. Do you want me to read a little bit about Mercury?
Yes, I think people need to know.
Okay. What does NASA say?
Tell me. Oh, NASA.
Mercury. NASA. May as well just go with the best source there possibly is, right?
I agree.
Did you know that Mercury is the smallest planet?
Wow. Straight to the point.
So its distance from the sun is obviously changing, but at the moment...
I didn't know you could see this. So
Yeah.
what James is looking at is the solarsystem.nasa.gov. something.
Yeah.
And it tells you,
it's
okay, let's
obviously-
show the YouTube people
Yeah.
the distance from Earth.
From the sun.
From the sun.
Yeah.
So 36,600. Oh God, it's like too much.
Too much for you?
Yeah.
So we'll just read a little bit. It's the smallest planet in our solar system and nearest to the sun. Mercury is only slightly larger than the Earth's moon. From the surface of Mercury, the sun would appear more than 3 times as large as it does when viewed from Earth, and the sunlight would be as much as 7 times brighter. Despite its proximity to the sun, Mercury is not the hottest planet in our solar system. That title belongs to nearby Venus, thanks to its dense atmosphere. And then
What does it mean about me though? Am I dense? Is that what you're trying to get at?
I would say I would say in terms of Mercury, I would say that they say that Mercury has always been associated with the, what do they call it? Communications and I think is it one of the fastest maybe?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Long days, short years. One day on Mercury, the time it takes for Mercury to rotate and spin once with respect to the stars takes 39 Earth days. One day night cycle on Mercury takes 175 Earth days.
Nice.
Pretty intense.
Yeah, which is me.
It's a rough surface, so Mercury is a rocky planet and known as a terrestrial planet as a solid cratered surface much like Earth's moon. Can't breathe it. Mercury's thin atmosphere is composed mostly of oxygen, sodium, hydrogen, helium, and potassium, the atoms that are blasted off the surface by solar wind and micrometeoroid impacts that create Mercury's exosphere. It has no moons, and it's ringless. Tough place to live. A big sun and robotic visitors.
What does that mean? Like it gets visited by the unknown?
So the two spacecraft of ESA, JAXA, BP Colombo are en route to Mercury. So obviously NASA's sending Marina 10, which was the first mission to explore Mercury. NASA's Messenger was first to orbit the innermost planet. And also that's important to touch on. Mercury is also known as the Messenger. And it's also tied to the god, in the Greek, I'm trying to think of what the messenger...
It's not Aphrodite, it's not...
what's the Greek god of, what's it called? Greek
it's not Cupid,
god.
That's not a god, Jess.
That's all it relates.
Hermes, like the scarves.
Yes.
Oh my god, is that where it comes from?
And thing, yeah.
Hermes.
So he ruled over wealth, good fortune, commerce, fertility, and thievery.
Lovely.
There you go. They're all connected though. I find that always really kind of fascinating how it's always related back to something.
Yeah, this history is vast. Yeah, I like that. The
symbolism and the messages of how that,
maybe they got it right, because I wonder if people believe in the Greek gods now these days.
It's like maybe it was actually just the planet and the sky.
And that's their interpretation, yeah. Very deep, James.
And then one of the people was like, oh, let's make them into humans though. What would they look like if they were human?
What's Aphrodite then? What's a good looking planet?
Venus, isn't she?
Oh, Venus, that's
women.
Yes.
Venus.
Yes.
Pretty sure, yeah. And then you have Mars, which is men.
Yeah.
And war.
There's a god of war.
Yeah.
I just watched Troy the other day too, and it's not coming to me. Like
Mars' Greek god is Aries. Yeah, Aries.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. And you also have Aries, which is a fire sign. You're an air sign.
I'm an air sign to a point.
Air sign.
Yeah. I wonder what it would be to be like fire.
Fire? Well, imagine being the sun. Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure.
The sun's gonna die as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
And swallow up everything.
Well, hopefully I would already be gone by then. So.
Yeah, I'll be gone, way gone by then.
Yeah.
But maybe not, because they say that we're just matter and we just transfer of energy. That's the only thing.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it? Is that matter cannot be destroyed? What's the saying?
Yeah, matter can't be destroyed. It's interesting, isn't it?
Cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred because it's constant.
I was watching your I don't know, it came up as an ad that Gaia, Gaia, what is that TV show you watched?
Yeah, I think it's Gaia.
And it goes that...
Or is it Gia?
It said something on the lines of how aliens don't want to interfere because we have a purpose and a plan. And that was just the ad. I'm like, ooh.
Ooh.
I wonder what we'll look like in the next life. It's kind of
Do
like
you
the
ever think
Egyptians, the Greek gods,
Do you
like
ever
all of
think-
this. It's interesting.
Do you ever
Aztecs.
think that like what you're seeing right now is completely different to what I'm seeing?
Yeah, my experience.
How like crazy is that though? It's like
We could be
might
in the
not
same
say-
experience together, but you'll see something different that I won't see. Yeah,
That's kind of messed up.
that's fucked. That means we don't know what we know,
Yeah.
but we think we do.
And it's just like, what if you're just a version of the Matrix? Like, I think
My
you're
higher
real-
self is
yeah.
like, this is just a speck of me. Yeah, they say this life is kind of like a dream, and when we're actually asleep, we're going to our higher selves in order to get
That's
information.
what they do say, yeah.
But haven't you had those, like, you have a good night's sleep and you think you've had a dream and you can't remember it, and then you're just either in a happy mood or like a determined mood or a sad mood or something?
Yeah.
The triggers.
Yeah.
Then you get the black hole.
Yeah, so a black hole is the region of the space-time where gravity is so strong that nothing, no particles or even electromagnetic radiation such as light can escape from it.
Ooh.
The theory of general relativity predicts that a sufficiently compact mass can deform space-time to form a black hole. But the biggest thing also about it is like my sister was saying that because the pressure is so much, so strong, nothing, not even light can, but to be honest with you, that means that every single time in the concept of time, it's becoming fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction.
Mm.
So it could just be, what's the word? It becomes fractions of fractions of fractions.
So do you think the calendar...
But like, isn't that kind of insane? I think she was talking about time, and then that like as you get you get into the black hole. But at the moment, what was it? She said that we're being sucked into a black hole right now.
Well, we have to be going somewhere, I would think, isn't it?
Isn't it?
We can't be just
remember.
stagnant.
What does NASA
I used
say?
to like have nebulas, like pictures of nebulas up on my wall because I used to find them fascinating. That and Orlando Bloom, they were my go-tos.
Yeah.
Nebulas and Orlando Bloom. Like, I would love to be a Milky Way.
Have you ever seen Dark?
No, I've heard of it though.
Yeah.
I would love to be
Interesting.
if you had to choose one thing from the universe, what would you be? A star, a nebula, a Milky Way?
A moon
Just like that.
or a ring.
Yeah. I'd be a nebula.
You'd be a nebula.
Yeah.
That's what you would want to be.
Yeah, a blue
But
blue
when
one.
you actually think about it, they actually say, as Alan Watts says, that you are the Big Bang. You are all the stars in the universe.
It's kind of like the concept of God as well. It's kind of
Yeah.
like you are part of God.
Because if you think about it, you're just this little speck,
Yeah.
and then it just keeps on going out and out and
It's
out.
like the
and you're
ripple
inside
effect.
it.
Yeah, you're the ripple effect.
Yeah.
In your concept, whatever you do has consequences, yeah?
Yeah.
To other people's lives as well. That's
The
interesting.
good news about massive black holes is that you could survive falling into one. Although their gravity is stronger and stretching force is weaker than it would be with a small black hole, and it would not kill you.
I don't want to test the theory though. I'll just leave it up to NASA, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, have they actually, how do they know? Have they put like a human being down there?
I
Or
don't
they
know,
put one of
that's
those
on
tests?
Space.com,
Oh.
so...
They
Oh, here we
probably
go.
have done advanced
Inside
tests.
a black hole. NASA came out in November of last year in 2020. Titled Inside a Black Hole. Our universe is wild and wonderful place. Join astronomicals in a new adventure each week about this. Oh, it's a podcast. And they
Curious
discuss about it.
Universe by NASA.
Yeah, I probably should
But
listen.
what equipment? You know, I think that's more interesting than actually defining what a black hole is. What equipment have you
And why
used?
does it have to be called black?
Yeah, no, it's pretty racist. Because it's black, yeah?
Yeah.
There's pictures of it that's black.
Because
We'll let that slide.
Yeah, light, I guess so. Well,
Look at all this, like, wordings. Host, Patty Boyd. Look at all this. Is that different angles of the black hole?
Yeah.
and what they've called it.
Smashing together. I just want to get to the crux of it. You know when scientists waffle? Let's get to the... So I would not recommend traveling into black holes.
Are these people...
Once you're in it, you're stuck, and that becomes your universe. But aren't we already in a black hole? Because if a black hole exists in our universe,
it's kind of like...
surely we're already in it.
A black hole in a black hole is kind of like being in prison.
Yeah.
So I'm in prison, but we're already in a black hole.
Yeah.
Like prison of a prison of a prison. And then some people have anxiety and depression, and that's a prison in their minds, yeah? Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah. Interesting.
Stars. They even say stars are so far away.
The long-lasting
so far
nature
away.
of black holes leads scientists to speculate that towards the end of the universe, when there is no stuff left to make new stars, and when all the existing stars have burnt up, the universe will be dominated by black holes. A dark and uninviting scenario. But I always think that what's to say that everything that the black hole sucked in doesn't get exploded out?
Somewhere, yeah, it's just like...
Do you know like how like you eat and you eat and you eat, and it's like you're taking all the stars, you're taking all the shit in, and you're like, I'm black hole, I'm sucking you in, whatnot. And then what's to say that that doesn't just go? Because, you know, the gravity's so strong there.
Yeah, what's to say, like, when you go to the toilet, where does that stuff go?
You know, when you throw up.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying? It's true.
And then a piece of bacteria grows.
Look, at the end of the day, it's too complex for the human experience, true?
Yeah, I think it's way beyond
Yeah.
us.
It's not for us to... It's interesting to know, but at the end of the day...
Yeah, what's your favourite planet?
Planet? Uranus. No, I don't know.
Mars looks pretty cool.
Saturn with the ring.
Saturn?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Pluto,
say
because it's the coldest and
that's
furthest
Mars.
away.
I don't know, I think Mars looks pretty cool. But it looks similar to Earth, but burnt up.
You know what I love? I have NASA on Instagram.
Do you?
If people don't have that, get it. And it's just inspiring. They take all these kinds of pictures and they have massive explanations for certain things. And
That's
pictures of the
very nice.
moon. Yeah.
I like Neptune. That looks
I
cool.
like the moon. I've always liked the moon.
That's cool.
That's
Neptune.
cool. Blue too, that's my colour.
Uranus.
See, it's standard.
Neptune's two moons revolving in sync formations. Leaves Twitter rambling.
Right.
Interesting.
Planets, stars, the universe.
Massive Earth-sized storm on Neptune spotted. There you go. Do you ever like speculate? You know how like obviously you have your natal chart, and your natal chart is at the time that you were born. That's what everything was doing in the stars. That's where the planets were and everything and all that kind of stuff. Do you ever think that how interesting it is that you, when you look out at the thing, you're looking back on time?
Deep Walker.
And it's just like aliens could be looking at Earth. They might have the technology.
Maybe,
to think.
can you imagine if there's an
And
alien
they're-
up there that's assigned to each of us? And like, oh, what are they doing? Oh, they're not meant to be doing that. Shift. It's like that
But
movie,
it's
The
time.
Adjustment
But it's
Bureau.
time.
Have you seen that movie?
So just say they're watching us now,
Yeah.
because time is obviously
Like The
a distance
Adjustment
and
Bureau.
thing.
Yeah. How they have that book and they're just like, oh, they're off course.
Yeah, but like, say they were out there, and now like, you know, galaxies far, far away, and they're looking on us right now.
Hi.
We're already dead.
And then there's that.
You know what I mean? Like them looking at, because they're looking back at the past.
Interesting. So their past is our future.
they're looking back at the past. So like if they're looking at us right now, because the time and the distance and everything, it's already too late.
That's fucked. But imagine having the power to look at your past. It's kind of like, I wonder if there was
It's
anything
almost like mirrors.
like
really.
what happened before us.
Yeah.
And they say like our personalities are like mood swings and everything is like triggers from the past as well.
It makes you think like about now.
All you have is now. Future, past, whatever. Right now is what I have.
Yeah.
Boom.
Boom.
I agree.
I don't think we covered all the planets.
No, I think we only touched 3 or something. I used to be able to
Yeah, we
name
touched-
all of them in order. I know Pluto is the furthest, and then you get...
Isn't that being reclassified? I don't get how they do that.
Have they reclassified it?
I don't think it's no longer considered a planet, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
These
God. It's kind of like...
scientists changing
Did they
stuff.
say the sun is a star?
Yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Sun is a star, a burning star.
It's interesting how we're just revolving around it.
So the sun is at the moment 4.603 billion years old.
Lovely. When does it say it will expire is the question. When's it going to die?
The hottest part is only 15 million Kelvin.
When's it going to die?
I don't know.
Just put sun and death.
Sun dead. When will sun die?
Yeah.
People type this in. In about 5 billion years.
The sun will run out of oxygen. Our
Hi,
star...
Shashan.
Oh yeah, shit. Our star is currently in the
Doesn't really
most stable phase of its life cycle and has been since the birth of our solar system about 4.5 billion years ago. Once all the hydrogen gets used up, the sun will grow out of this stable phase.
Do you ever think that the sun is a reflection of us?
I don't have enough time clearly to
Yeah.
to even ponder that.
Yeah, they lived for about 9 or 10 billion years. How crazy is that?
How did
That's
they
their
know
life
that? How did they
cycle.
figure that out?
I don't even know.
You know, I'm more interested in how they figure this shit out. What do you use? How do you use it? How long does it last?
Yeah. So, will our star become a black hole? No. Stars like the sun aren't massive enough to become black holes. Instead, in billions of years, the sun will cast off its outer layers and its cores will form a white dwarf, a dense ball of carbon and oxygen that no longer produces nuclear energy, but that shines because it's very hot. There you go. Can the moon explode? Moons do sometimes explode.
Sometimes.
This can happen in 2 ways. They are struck by something big, hence they explode and they're ripped apart by gravity, or they are ripped apart by gravitational disturbances. These 2 possibilities are not even that rare. The rings of the gas giants in our solar system have been formed by the remains of the exploded moons.
Look at these questions.
Doesn't it like fathom you asteroids?
Mm.
Do you know that there was a woman in America who got hit by an asteroid and she was laying on her couch in the 1950s? Did you hear about that story?
It's kind of like people that get struck by lightning. You're like, what are the chances?
An asteroid, and she survived it. I think she was the first person.
She'd be in the Guinness Book of World Records, just was sitting on a couch.
Asteroid woman hit. Asteroid hits woman. So I can't, how do you say that?
Yeah, meteor fell on November the 30th, 1954, local time 12:46, in Oak Grove, Alabama, near you know the name of the meteor. It is commonly called the Hodges meteorite, because a fragment of it struck Anne, and they named it after her. Her name is Anne Elizabeth Folger.
Hodges.
Yeah, Hodges. Look at her. Look at the picture of it. If we can show people in... Wait, how do you get to images?
That's her.
Oh my God, look everyone on YouTube. That's where she got hit.
It's pretty crazy.
You would want to wear it like a badge of honor. Like that's never happened before. What are the chances?
It looks horrible. Looks like a black
hole.
Yeah. On her body.
Well, on that note, we're done.
How a meteoroid ruined an Alabama woman's afternoon.
That's the headline.
Imagine that though, and surviving it.
Can you imagine if she didn't make it though? Explaining that in a eulogy, that she actually got hit.
By a fragment of them.
Everybody knows how this happened. I shouldn't make fun, but what are the chances?
Do you ever think that, like, you know how like we throw rocks across the water? Whether in some other way the transfer of energy is mirroring back to us, and then
I think you've hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
comes flying in.
It's kind of like when you're mean to someone, and it's karma. What happens if you're mirroring something in like another life, and you change? Like it's a thunderstorm somewhere, or I don't know.
Oh wow, we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been great, James Walker. Planets,
astrology. Everything.
Uranus.
Black holes. A woman being struck by asteroid. Your usual.
Yeah. Have a lovely night, James.
You too, Jess, and enjoy your 30th birthday.
Thank you.
I'm sure you'll get heaps of messages from our viewers.
Especially James. You know. Yeah. I'm just hoping for James to do... Would you do a speech at my party? Pressure's on. On camera.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, sure. I actually thought about that today, so it's funny that you told it up.
We'll see. I'll keep everyone informed if James provides me with an epic speech.
How long does it need to go for? Can it be really short?
30 minutes. Yeah, this other guy is going for 4 minutes, so you can...
I'm going to be like 30 seconds.
Yeah, sure.
I can sum you off in 30 seconds.
Wow. Gemini. What else do I have to say about her? And she's turning 30. Don't want to be here when she turns 40. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.